Hi dolls. Today we're restoring this moldy vintage bubble cut Barbie. She was donated to me along with a bunch of other dolls by the sweetest man ever, and I will forever be grateful. So the least I could do to show my appreciation was give them a proper restoration. So let's begin. I begin, as always, with the denture tablet bath. And to deal with the green ear situation, I use CLR. I'm not entirely sure if the white spots are mold or just the plasticizer melting, which is very common in these dolls, but either way, I scrub her with vinegar just to make sure. You can imagine the smell that left. So, to counteract that, I washed her with a vinyl cleaner. Obviously, you can just use normal dish soap. I promise it does the exact same thing. The green ear treatment was successful for once, but you know I'm a perfectionist, so I wanted to banish every little bit of green out. So, I went on to use Removes It. And to neutralize it, I use Formula 911. Now onto the face-up. I begin by using this marker on her ear to counteract the slight green tinge, which I'm fully aware you can't even see. I know that, I'm just psychotic. There isn't a lot of paint missing from her eyes, but as with most vintage Barbies, it's mostly just really faded and could use a little refreshing. Take this as her little spa day, if you will. The eyebrows could use a little sprucing up, so I went over them with a little paint to make them pop. And this is the part where I had to call for backup. I use another bubble cut as a reference for her lipstick color. Doll whose lips fade to a white or a buttery yellow are an indicator that the lipstick color was either salmon pink or bubblegum pink, as opposed to the classic ponytail red. Also, as you will see later on, nails are also a dead giveaway of the lipstick color, just a little trick. It's not my favorite color, I'll say, but it is restoration accurate and that's all that matters. To bring some life back to her face, I blush her very lightly with some pressed pigment, which I apply on the corners of the mouth and blend out for that airbrushed look. I might work up the courage to actually use an airbrush someday, but that day is not today. The nails are the last part of my paint job. I take my time to paint each finger carefully. Same goes for the toes. Now onto the hair. She was sent to me with the premise that this was a side part, which I see a lot of confusion about online, and I am very sad to report that this is not a side part. Her rooting pattern is just a very classic one. Side parts actually have a zigzag pattern, like on the side of the head. However, I've been really getting into styling bubble cuts lately, and I find that the side part styling does look great on all of them. I know it's not original, but who cares? It's fun. Whatever happened to fun? And lastly, I added a pair of my plastic post earrings to make sure the green ear demon never gets to touch this doll again. You can purchase these on my website, dodearwonderland.com. I know I said I don't play with dolls. However, playing with clothes is really fun. Like, I think I spent a good 10 minutes trying to pick out a good outfit for this one. Ultimately, and I don't mean this in any derogatory way, she kinda gives me matronly vibes with the haircut and everything. So I opted for this tweed suit. I think it really suits her. I will see myself out. Thank you very much. And with that, the restoration is complete. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and leaving a comment letting me know what you would like to see next. If you want to keep up with all my shenanigans, also consider following me on Instagram at DoDearWonderland. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye dolls!